following live stream may or may not include adult language and themes. How can we know for sure? It hasn't happened yet. Anyway, viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everyone. How is it going? Sorry, there's music coming out of my headphones and it freaked me out for just a second there. Welcome to the track 10 of Tabletop Turntable. We are doing something a little bit different with this track. We are playing solo TTRPGs. Like at all? You don't hear me at all? Like at all? I guess I can try this microphone. How's that? Is that better? For some reason, it's not picking up my Bumblebee mic. Sorry, folks. A little bit of technical difficulties. This is the first time that I have run. Yeah. Can you hear me now, though? Can you hear me? See, the reason I'm confused is because I see my voice on the little reader here, so you can't hear me. You can't hear me? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like my voice is registering. My mic is I like this mic was registering too.
Properties. Change that.
To what?
Do the drop down menu to the one that says Bumblebee.
That's what it was on, and that also was not working. That's what I had it on when you were sending these messages. Which it also is like my voice is showing up. It wasn't showing up as well, which is weird, but there's no sound. Like there's no sound coming out. Yes, there is. Oh, you go leave. You not? Is it because your earbuds? You don't have your earbuds in?
No, I do have my earbud in. It just the screen went away because we were talking. So you're still no sound. Still no sound. So probably when she changed it back to Bumblebee, it worked. Yeah.
Can you hear it?
I can not through here. No.
Leave the room.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Hopefully my audio sounds okay. I'm gonna turn myself up just a little bit because for whatever reason this Bumblebee mic is just being really quiet. The delay here. All right, Streamlabs, you need to figure out like a green room setup so that we can test this stuff before we go live. Yeah. So, hi everyone. I'm going to start over. Welcome in. Tabletop Turntable Track 10. We're doing something a little bit different this go round. We are playing solo TTRPGs. And I have amassed a ridiculous collection of PDFs on my computer. And I was digging through. And because on our Ascension game, we have delved into the quiet year and done some world building. That's kind of where my brain was. So I decided I wanted to do something in that vein. We're gonna check out the Lonesome Cartographer. I have played this before, but it was ages ago when we on an episode of Level Up, I believe. I'm going to be using a map making program called Wonder Draft, and this map making game is just terribly cool. It was made by Wren The Forrester, which you can find on itch.io. I will drop that in the description after tonight. This is a hack of Alone Among the Stars by Takuma Okada and inspired by Alone on a Map by Caden Ramstack. You are a cartographer. It does not matter who you are outside of that. Just know that you are now responsible for accurately recording and representing your surroundings. You are to make a map of this place. This place being somewhere in Essentia. Essentia, if you don't know, is my homebrew world that we play our D&D 5e game every other weekend. And it's this crazy huge world, and I've been in this world building kick because we only get 2 hours a week every other week to explore this world, and I've been building on it for years now. So I thought this might be a fun way to do that. The Lonesome Cartographer is a map-making game for one player in which you play as a solitary cartographer charged with the creation of a map somewhere previously unknown to them. Who you are, what this map represents, and why you're making it are all up to you. Though, do take care to remember that no place is uninhabited. Every place has a people, a history, a culture. These things existed long before you came here and will continue long after you leave. What you will be creating is a snapshot of this specific place at this specific time. Now, with that in mind, go forth and make your map. So the tools that you need for this game are one 6-sided die. I have 2 here in case one of them gets annoying. A tarot deck, shuffled, which I have here, and just for extra nerd points, I am using the Dungeons and Dragons tarot deck. I found it used a while ago, and I love it. If you're not familiar with it, the artwork is incredible. And there is a little bit of difference with the suits, but I'll talk about that here in a minute. You need a writing utensil and something to write on. I have my gaming journal, my current gaming journal, that I will be putting journal entries and details and stuff in. So I got that. And then a blank piece of paper. Now, we don't have a blank piece of paper. I mean, I do have lots of blank pieces of paper, but that's not really going to be super helpful in this format. So, we're going to hop over here to Wonder Draft. So, Wonder Draft is a wonderful program that lets you make maps. So, this is where we are going to be drawing our map. Now, prior to stream, I did create this base. Wonder Draft comes with a bunch of themes that you can that kind of control the aesthetic of the map. There are also all kinds of symbols, icons, and things that you can add, and that's what we're going to be doing. So the way you play the game is you roll your die. Oh, this is how you start the game, which I can't do because of the format. Sorry, I'm anxious. You roll the die and so that it falls on your piece of paper, and that's your starting point. Now, we can't really do that, so I think what I'm going to do is just wiggle my mouse around and stop. And okay, that's where our first spot is going to be. So there we go. First little spot. Then you draw a card from the tarot deck and consult the tables that come with the game. This is where we will talk about the differences. So I drew, I think it would technically be the 8 of Swords, but in this game, Swords is strength. Yeah, let me scroll down. Swords is strength, Wands is intelligence, Pentacles is wisdom, and Cups is charisma. And each one of those suits dictates what kind of thing is there. So because this is Swords strength, it would be stone, water, and elemental things, towering crystal formations, islands in the middle of lakes, rocks eroded in strange shapes, raging rivers, things of the land. So since we drew our first little starting spot and we drew the swords here, that is what's going to go there. Sorry, I'm rolling back up. All right, so starting location. The suit gives you an idea of what the landmark is, and the rank gives you an idea of where the landmark is. So the rank. All right, so it is a desert. So we'll make it just a little bit bigger. Brush size. All right. So we have our first spot. And because we're going to make this a landmark, let's go into our icons. So, swords, strength, stone, water, and elemental things. And we got a desert. So what if we had like some kind of mountain kind of situation? And what's cool about Wonderdraft is a lot of these symbols work like stamps. You can set them to randomize. You can set them to be different sizes. All sorts of useful little ways to really add some specificity to the design. It really is a cool program. I know lots of folks are fond of I think it's Incarnate, and I like Incarnate just fine. This was a one-time purchase. I don't like subscription models. And you could purchase like additional content to add to it, which I think I did get at least one pack of icons. All right, so once you have marked your entry, and then you roll on what's called a relationship table, which is also something that comes with the game. So 6, 1. This landmark is far away from other landmarks. So this desert is what we're going to do from this spot, is kind of grow this landmass out, I think. We'll make a point to keep it fairly far away from everything. And then you roll on the travel table. Travel to this place is difficult and arduous. So we're going to make some journal entries. So you're encouraged to kind of, the game, the text here encourages you to write in your journal to like describe the location and whatnot. And then I'm probably thinking about this in terms of like a I'm drawing have a complete campaign setting, like a campaign setting book where you put like characteristics of places. All right, so our first place, we're going to call this for now it's going to be the Craggy Desert. tricky. The journey is arduous and difficult. The spot is very isolated. And then what I have done additionally is, because this game takes place, we're doing this in my homebrew world, I wanted to add some of my Essentia flavor, because Essentia, if you aren't familiar, I'm really heavily influenced by like science fantasy as well as just as high fantasy. I love, for example, I love Spelljammer, like the concepts of space travel in Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of thing. I loved movies like Krull when I was a kid. I still love that movie, if I'm being honest. So I wanted to come up with so this world, Essentia, is strange, and I wanted to come up with some like specific things apart from the broad strokes that are over here in the wonderfully put together Lonesome Cartographer PDF. So I have 3 tables, because I'm going to do this in phases, I think. The other thing that is unique about this location is it is geologically active. Geysers or crystal formations, volcanic rock, floating earth, things of that sort. Which that is pretty perfect. I'm gonna, let's see. It's like steps. Control Z. So let me write that down. Geothermal activity. Alright, and that's it. That's literally the whole game. You do this as long as you want. The game tells you to just keep doing it until you don't want to do it anymore. You know, until the map is done. And only the cartographer knows when the map is done. It encourages you also to like look on the major arcana and like the meanings of the cards and let that influence the locations if you want. Some optional rules there. Another thing about the major arcana that the rules specify is that if you draw a major arcana card, no matter what else you associate with the location per the tables and the rolls and whatnot, there are people there. It always represents a settlement or sentient occupation. They may be welcoming or aggressive, expansive or small, stationary or transient, but these landmarks always hold at least one person. Consulting the meaning of the card that was drawn while creating your settlement is recommended but not necessary. All right, so that's that. That's the game. That's the whole game. So we're gonna roll. Oh wait, we're not gonna roll because we don't need to for this thing. We're just gonna draw another card. So I got. To be honest, I'm having a hard time just differentiating what all of the suits are. So let me make sure I'm getting this right. I think this is another strength card. It is. I did shuffle these cards, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not super great at shuffling. And I've only used these once before, so they're very stiff. But that's okay. We drew this card. We're not going to do a redraw. So because it is another strength card, it's going to be another stone or water elemental things. But it is the 7, so it is plains or flat land. And because we know that our first landmark is very far away, we're going to just promise I do know how this friggin' game works. I'm gonna roll a die to determine which direction to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. We're gonna go straight across. Right. It is a plain or flat land. Relationship table. This landmark is connected to another by a river, road, or other pathway. So we have this second landmark. We're going to call this, because I'm a big Bauhaus fan, we're going to call this for now the Flat Fields. And I do like, I think we're going to go river because we have this arid one over here. I think I'm going to have this connect to another land, the next landmark by our river, unless the dice dictate otherwise. So the Flat Fields, river running south. And I think maybe this one is, we'll have like something like, this one is notable because it has floating crystalline structures. Yeah, it's a Pandora mess. There really are a lot of really cool style images in Wonder Draft. I'm gonna just drop these. Oops. I'll drop some random stones on here. For now, that will loosely represent our floating rocks. I feel like I did download something that looked kind of like it was floating, but I think it was a building. I feel like. You also, I'm being stupid about this. You can totally like pick your sets to the set of symbols that you want to look through, but I don't remember the names of any of these sets. So I feel like just scrolling through for the time being is the best way for me to get eyes on what I'm looking for. Yeah, there are some cool style buildings, some cool designs that we will definitely be using. That is a floating thing, so is that a floating thing? It is. We'll put that there. And then, yeah, that's right. Let's shrink it down. journey to this place is slow yet fruitful. So fruitful, I took that as there are a number of useful herbs and botanicals along the way that you can harvest. Yeah, I like that. All right, let me roll on my Ascension Tape 2. Natural wonder, which that is perfect because I put this floating rock thing here. So we're gonna just go on and say that this is a floating island above the flat fields. Oh, too big. Whoops. You can label things here too, but that is it's a bit involved, and I can't get to my keyboard. I need a new keyboard. I don't want to use my keyboard today. I use my keyboard a lot of work. Okay. All right. If this one's another strength, we're gonna put it on the bottom and do a little reshuffling. I don't know. They did do a great job of making the suits super clear, but this is another strength. Alright, so we're gonna take a couple off the top and put them on the bottom. Come on, we're on Major Arcana. Major Arcana. Yeah! Major Arcana, the Hermit. Check out that card. Artwork is so cool. Alright, the Hermit. Let's read about the Hermit. I will confess, I don't know a ton about tarot. Little bits here and there, but not very much. Being a light unto yourself and finding your own way through the darkness. What's cool about the D&D tarot deck too is he treats the cards as prompts, so you could play a game using the deck. So the prompt here is: you meet a monk who is looking for worthy adventurers to defeat a magical monster. So that's cool. All right, the Hermit. So this represents some place of settlement or a place of sentient occupation. Hi, Kit. I'm sorry I didn't see your message. I had my thing minimized, so I couldn't see the chat, and I don't have the Streamlab chat up in front of me because I'm making this map. So now we roll, right? So we have our landmark, draw a landmark, make an entry. So this is a settlement, the Hermit. Since we got this monk thing on here, maybe this is a monastery. So silly. So maybe there's a monastery. I like the idea of a monastery in this set. Monks. they're super cool class to play. Let's roll the relationship table. Oh, this one is connected by river, road, or other pathway. So we're going to just say that this is connected to the flat fields. Direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, I can't really go that way, I guess. But no. River, because this is connected by a river. I'm trying to make sure I remember how to do all of this. I messed up. Hold on. Down here is going to be a monastery. And you can there's also, you can control how much the river meanders and how wide it is and the rough edges, but you can also control the color of all the water in here. You can control the color of all the land and everything, so you can really make some really interesting looking maps. I didn't pick it, it's just playing this random mix. This is royalty-free music. This is a website that lets you just stream royalty-free music, and for some reason it's just gotten super weird. It's because it's set on lo-fi and chill beats. I do enjoy lo-fi and chill beats, but I think we want something a little more. Let's try this. I think y'all don't even know, you can barely hear it probably, but alright. So there's going to be a monastery down here. What style do I want to go with for the monastery? Let's go. I really dig the elven architecture. What's that look like? Not very monastery-like, is it? Ooh, let's do this one. Yeah. No, that's just like a... There. Yeah. So let's drop the scale down some. Okay, so we have this monastery. How is traveling to this monastery? It goes exactly as planned. You couldn't have asked for a better time. So obviously, taking the river from the flat fields is the way to go in that regard. So river ride south to what's a good name for monastery? Let's fantasy name generator. Don't you never let me down. If you're not familiar with fantasy name generator, it is a terribly cool website. And the coolest thing about it is it doesn't use a bunch of AI stuff. It's everything that pops up in these generators was written by a human. It's very cool. It really is. The assets for this, you can really make a really nice like HD quality map. You can, when you set the parameters for the map, there are tons of presets. I did just the standard HD one. Do not show this recommendation again. But there really are like a ton of details on the assets. Very, very cool. I love this program. All right, so monastery down here. I got fantasy name generator. We're gonna go. The Sanctum of Order. We will figure out what the monastic discipline there and whatnot is. We'll probably come up with a like a name with one of the languages from Ascension in it, because that's right. I do have some homebrew languages, but I also use just some standard like D&D languages as well. And I'll do like a detailed, full-fledged out version of this map at some point. Tonight's really just kind of putting the bare bones down. And then what I will do is plug it in and figure out where it is in the world at large, because the world itself is very big. I should probably work on a world map in this program. I have one that I freehand drew. But anywho, stream of consciousness there. What was I doing? Oh yeah, my ascension table. 5. Ooh, so for this, the third role here, I had to set it up to be more something that was focused on the cartographer, because that's just where my thinking was. So what I had here was obsession. There's something here that travelers, some tiny detail, some strange piece of the landscape that travelers get hyper fixated on. So because we put a monastery here, maybe this monastery was built around some artifact, some like piece of the land. Yeah, we're gonna say it's built around a stone pillar, and the reason that people obsess over it is because it'll have some kind of like sacred geometry, keystone, interdimensional, interplanar, something or other, for my grand vision of other conflicts and etc. People who won't exactly understand why they're drawn to it. I'm thinking. What's the Dunwich building from Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3? One of those with the obelisk in the bottom. Yeah. So there was a stone pillar that the Sanctum of Order was built around, think that those who are permitted to see it obsess over it and become drawn to it. It's fun. All right, move another. Ooh, another one of the major arcana. And because I haven't drawn, the last time I did this, I didn't hardly get any of those. So I'm going to go with it again. This time I drew the Chariot. It's just, the artwork is super cool. I've shown you these, right, Kit? If I haven't, I'm happy to bring it to work and show you and let you take a look at them. So the Chariot. Let's read about the Chariot. Following through on your intentions and manifesting your desires, you find a trapped Ifrit who offers you his services for a year if you can find a way to free him. Wow. All right. So, per the rules of the Lonesome Cartographer, the major arcana always represents settlements or a sentient occupation. Let's figure out the location first. Oh man, this is another 5. That's another excuse me, connected by a road or path, I think. Yeah, connected by a river, road, or other path. So I guess it doesn't have to be necessarily from one settlement to another, right? It doesn't necessarily say. I mean, I guess the implication is that you were going on this journey and making this. Yeah, I just talked myself out of it. All right, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, straight across. Come over here. And because we have a monastery over here, it's not far-fetched to believe or to think that there would be settlement nearby, right? Could potentially be a settlement nearby. So I'm going to put a path. It's going to come up right there. I don't like that path. I'm going to change it. We're going to do this one. No, I don't like that one either. This one. Sorry, I haven't used WonderGraph in a long time, so it was taking me a minute to remember all of the hotkeys. And again, I can't. My keyboard sucks. Okay. Hair wider. Yeah, all right. This path goes a little ways and leads here. And what we're going to put here is a settlement. And because we have drew the Chariot, it's a little on the nose probably, but this is where I am. And we just watched this ridiculous pirate movie, and there was a crazy chase scene in it. So there's gonna be a settlement here, and this settlement is known for chariot races. What sort of chariots? What's pulling? What are they pulling? Who knows? We're gonna use that ring city because I like that artwork. Make it a bit bigger. This music is so dang silly. Because we got some trees and stuff. And it's cool because you can, like, as you can see, you can layer things in front of each other and behind each other. Cool. I'm gonna put some more trees out here. And up here. There's some forests around this town, and I feel like we race something like axe beaks or something here. To the east. Along. Oh, I guess I need to. This journey is difficult. So what I'm gonna do in that case is hit this path. Is rocky. Difficult journey. Yeah, it was a difficult journey to the east. A difficult road leads to a settlement. Fantasy name generator. Come on. Places. There we go. God. The one thing I will say about fantasy name generator, no shade or anything, there's just a lot of choices for what you want the lists to be comprised of. So it takes me a minute to like even find what I'm looking for. Oh my god, where is it? Plaza names. What? No. and city names. There we go. There we go. Ancient, fantasy town names. Okay. I like you can get like a mix of English, French, and Spanish. We're gonna call this. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll the dot, this d6, and that is the number of times I'm gonna click the refresh, and then I will roll then I will see what the list is and count the number of names, and then I will roll for that too. Okay, 1. All right. Ooh, all of these sound kind of cool, actually. We're gonna call this town, again, on the nose, but it's cool. Night Drift, a K. Night Drift. Home to Worm Racing. They race on lesser drakes of some sort here. It's flying and crawling, maybe. Yeah, let's roll my Essentia table. Lush and overgrown. Perfect. It's like it's like it's that the game, the die sees what I'm doing on the map to do it. Super cool. All right. Let's do it again. Let's go again. Let's go again. Ooh, this is a knight. I think this is probably another strength card. Maybe. Maybe not. Yes, it is. That's okay. The Knight of Strength. The Knight of Swords. Going full out and not looking back. Following your gut. Doing what it takes to make it happen. The adventurers find a sending stone on the other end of someone who is in deep trouble and is pleading for help. That's neat. Alright, so where is this place? Okay, so 2, that's different. Isn't close to any landmarks. All right, we haven't touched this south eastern corner, so we're gonna come down here, and we're just roll that up. I will, yeah, may as well just go ahead and connect. Alright. Going full out, not looking back. Following your gut. Stone water, mental things, towering crystal formations, islands in the middle of lakes, rocks overlooking strange shapes, raging rivers, things of the land. There's gotta be like essentials. So I think what I want to put here. It's gonna be another like stone kind of settlement, I think. Yeah. Oh, okay. Following your gut. Full out, not looking back. We're gonna put a like proving ground sort of place here. I'm gonna flip the symbol. Proving ground. And the journey to get here, oh, it's very far away. The journey to get here. It's difficult. The days are arduous and tiring. Why are these difficult? Why are the days arduous and tiring? Is there a reason for that? What do I put like? Serious music. I don't know how loud it is on the stream, but there's some epic mess going on. Say that the path road to this proving ground goes along a dead wood, or at least a tree of forest that appears to be of dead wood. Yeah. Southeast along tiresome path to ancient deadwood. Wiseman Place referred to as proving table. A graveyard. So again, it's like the dyer watching me draw this shit. I swear. Yeah. I think what I want to do let's do one of those. This is a proving ground, and the people who go there to prove themselves who fall short, it's their tomb. Tomb of the fallen. Tomb of the challengers. Tomb of the challengers. No, Tomb of the Hopefuls, because I love that juxtaposition of the word tomb and hopeful. Yeah. queen of... the Queen of Wisdom, which is Pentacles, ruinous, abandoned, and fallen things. Decrepit railways, vine-covered temples, fallen castles, beached whaling ships, abandoned villages, things that are no longer. And the artwork there also just gorgeous. I cannot believe I found this deck of cards used. Like, glorious. Okay, so let's roll on the relationship die, see where it is in juxtaposition to everything else. I think this isn't close to any landmarks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So up here. This is a face card, so or a mountain or a volcano. Wow, perfect. Yeah, it's ironic that there's a volcano like icon, but none of these are really volcanoes. I guess you can kind of jury rig a volcano. That's a weird sentence. So volcano, I have the mountainy part there, and then I'll put like I'm gonna add some good noise, this music is silly. Alright, how is the journey here? Probably not great, right? Oh no. It's a slow yet fruitful journey. So this is way down here. We're going to connect the land. And I do like the forest aesthetic. Although I swear I had some other trees that I downloaded. I don't remember seeing them. Other than those dead trees, I don't remember seeing them here. have to look around on the website and see if there are some other like tree packs. I like the aesthetic of these, but I feel like I want some tropical ones too. There's like a giant forest of giant trees along this route. And while it is difficult, it is fruitful. Alright, and then on my essentials. So because of my, this was the third, again I made these my essential charts in 3 different styles. This is a more introspective one. This is a nostalgic journey. So something about this journey reminds the cartographer of where they grew up. So, path, hidden path. To the far northwest lies a dormant volcano. The road is long but fruitful. The Forest of Giants, is what we're going to call that strip. I just added another location because I felt like it. This game lets you do that if you want. Forest of Giants is plentiful in botanicals. Food and fellowship. Because in my mind, there are people that live in those trees, those giant trees. There's probably some kind of city there too. I might also just put a city there later. All right, what time is it? 8:40. We're gonna do one more, so I can use my last roll table because I made a special roll table. All right, so we got the page. That might be cups. I think it's charisma. Oh, no. Oh, it's the page of strength. So, oh well. So, swords again. That's okay. It's a very sword place. Maybe we'll call it the Sword Coast. It takes energy to do something awesome. Go for it. Engage your free spirit and follow your passion. A holy order of priests, actually evil, wants you to retrieve a sacred object stolen from you. It's a unicorn's horn that was stolen by a real holy person. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. Alright, so it's the page of valley or ravine. Alright, so relationship to other places. Far away from everything else. Of course. You know what? Let me re-roll it. I have not rolled any of the other ones. That's better. Yeah, path a river. So we're gonna put a valley right here. Because why not? I totally forgot I could even do that. because it's a valley, we're gonna put some symbols on the outside of it to create that that feel. Really, something. I think I'm gonna try something different. What I'm gonna do instead is color a section of the land. So what I'm gonna try. Too much. Let's make it a little bit more opaque. Right. Travel is difficult, but here we are. All right, and I have one more table that I made. This is called the Grand Essentia Anomaly because Essentia is a weird place. So anytime I do any kind of world building in this world, I need to remember that, and I want to have something in place to make sure that I inject a little bit of that weirdness, Know what I mean, Vern? So this time I'm going to roll a D8 because I did 8 of these. I may upgrade it. I may make it like a D100 version, honestly, because I tend to go a little overkill with so much stuff. But we're going to take a D8 and we're going to roll it. I got a 7. So there's another place, and it is in this valley, and it is going to be the Whispering Chasm. A bottomless pit that echoes of the voices of everyone who has ever mapped Essentia. So, I don't know that there's any symbols on here that would be super apropos for a bottomless pit. valley. At the center of which lies the Whispering Chasm. All right. So like I said earlier, I will probably add to this and pretty it up some, but that's it, I think, for tonight anyway. We did a couple rounds of this. Yeah, I feel pretty good. How do y'all feel? I feel good. So, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. Yeah. Thank you for coming and watching. If you like the Lonesome Cartographer, you can download it. It's over on itch.io. It is, again, I'll remind, it is by Wren The Forrester. I will put that in the video description. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Come hang out with us next Tuesday. We're gonna be back playing Essentia. And you can see a little tiny sliver of the world and its people that we're building. I'm not sure what is next on the calendar because of everybody in the group. I think I'm probably the most scatterbrained when it comes to our calendar, but that's just because time isn't real, and you know, my whole life is kind of governed by my work schedule. I don't really have much going on. But anywho, I don't think, I know we have something coming up, but I don't think it's been scheduled yet. But you can watch for that soon. I messaged Meg earlier. I didn't have a chance to fix our ending screen yet, but we have merch. ttrpgswag.com/shops/Grimstone Gaming. You can also go to their website and find us, one of their affiliates. Yeah, that's all I got. If you want to come hang out with us, we have a Discord. You can check all the links. We are on here and on TikTok and on Blue Sky. If you want to come play with us, our Discord is open. We do our Once Upon a One Shot community game. We have Tabletop Turntable that we invite players to. And we'll have all kinds of other stuff coming down the pipe because we're all a bunch of nerds, and the world is a scary, mean place, and it needs more levity, frivolity, and fun, and that is something that we strive for over here. Yeah, that's all I got. So, thank you. I'll see you next time, and never stop playing.